This situation real quick, then we're gonna play it a little bit. I want to talk about it from offense, a base running standpoint, and defense, okay? And this is the situation. Runner on second, 2 outs, okay? 2 outs. Now, offensively, as a base runner, what are you trying to do? First off, where's your lead?
Back.
It's back. It's back because there's 2 outs, and I want to get the best turn I can because guess what's going to happen? Most people coaching third base, we're going to try to score you, right? We're going to take a chance. We're not going to leave you at third base most of the time. I mean, it's going to be a rare situation where you're going to be so out that I'm going to hold you up. I'm taking a chance on sending you home. So your big thing is you want to get some depth on your lead, and you want to work hard on your secondary. You want to get a good secondary, and what are we doing when the ball's hit? What are we doing? Right away, we're busting it. Right when the bat comes through the zone, hits the ball. There's 2 outs. I don't have to see where it goes right when the ball gets hit. Now, you'll also see coaches over there give this. 2 outs, 2 strikes. What does that mean? 2 outs, 2 strikes.
On his hands?
Yeah, when the hitter starts to swing. Now, this is a tough one. What if he holds up? A lot of things like that. But with 2 outs and 2 strikes, if he swings through a ball, it's strike 3. So you should see this. If a hitter's swinging and he strikes out with 2 outs and 2 strikes, as a runner, I should be like this. Right? Because I'm going on contact. There's 2 outs.
Why? And you said set your depth at second base.
Yeah.
Why were you doing that?
Well, we want to set our depth. We want to get deep because I want to cut that corner over there at third as sharp as I can because I'm going to be getting sent home. Okay? More than likely on any base hit, they're going to wave me. So I get as much depth back towards the infield as I can to create a good angle at third. So when I cut third, I'm in line with home in a straight line. Does that make sense? I don't want to have to cut third and go way over into the third base coach's box or over towards the dugout and then try to straighten myself back up at home, right? I want to get to third, have the angle already created so when I hit third, I'm in a straight line to home because I'm going to get sent home on a base hit, right? Plus, I'm anticipating the ball being hit. There's 2 outs. I'm running on contact, right? Right away. Good, strong secondary lead, running on contact. By the way, with 2 outs and a runner on second, it's a great time for a catcher sometime to pick behind him. Why? Any catchers here?
Because if he goes to third, they still need a hit.
Well, if the base runner's thinking properly, he's really thinking about getting a good secondary and a good hard jump, and there's a chance he's going to be off with 2 outs and a runner on second, and especially with 2 strikes. That may be a time where a base runner's really aggressive out here, and he should be, right? So that's a time, if you're an infielder, that's a time maybe to put it in your head, hey, there's 2 outs, runner on second, he's looking like he's trying to get that good secondary, he's getting ready to run on contact, you get a catcher that can throw, that's a good time. Because if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, if he's thinking the way he should be thinking, you got a chance to pick him off. Because he needs to get a good secondary and get off that base. He needs to score on a 1-hop line drive. 1-hop line drive to left field, you got to get a good enough jump to score. So you got to be really working out here and anticipating the ball off the bat. Now, defense. What about outfielders? Anything to say about a 2-out runner on second situation, Nick?
Well,
first off, I'm going to make it a little more specific for you. The score of the game dictates everything, doesn't it? The scoreboard. Remember, I've talked about this. If we're winning 10-1, really, what's my main concern? Yeah, keeping the guy off second base. You know, I'm not going to be playing shallow, trying to come get that and throw a guy out the plate and throw it away and then allow another runner to get in scoring position. When you're winning 10-1, you know, you might take a shot at him if it's just given to you, but I'm more than likely, I just want to keep the ball in front of me, keep the guy at first base, keep him out of scoring position. The hitter, that is. Does that make sense? But let's just say it's a tight game. Let's say we're in the 7th inning, which is your all's last inning. 7th, 9th, don't matter. Last inning, it's a 2-1 game. You're winning. Okay? Runner on second. What do you think you should do in the outfield?
Try to get him.
Yeah, get yourself in a position depth-wise. I got to get closer to the plate. I got to put myself in a position where on a base hit, I can throw this guy out, right? I don't want to be way back at the, well, unless your coach puts you there, but I'm not going to put you there. I'm not going to be way back on the warning track. That guy hits a good solid base hit, I got no chance to throw him out, right? So I'm going to get myself in a situation where I can come get the ball, throw the guy out to play. I can't play too deep. Make sense? Infielders, what about, say it's hit to left field, Dylan, you're the third baseman. What's some of the thought process I'm thinking about here? Obviously, the score of the game is going to matter, right? Right? The score of the game should matter. I mean, if it's a close game, I'm probably going to let that throw go through if I think we got some kind of shot at him. Because remember, when you cut the throw from the outfield, he's probably safe. Now, at your all's level, some of you are a little younger, I guess you'll see a lot of times the guy cuts the throw, turns around, throws the guy out. At a higher level, if that ball has to be cut on a close plate to plate, guess what? It's a run. Does that make sense? So don't think I'm going to cut a ball and throw a guy out. That only happens on rare occasions when a guy makes it, you know, a coach sends a guy and he's going to be way out. That happens rarely at higher levels. Does that make sense? I don't think it happens that much at high school, to be honest, does it? It might, some. Usually you cut the ball, he's safe, right? So if it's a tight game, you know, well, let me ask you this. What about if it's a 1-to-1 and you're the visiting team and that runner's coming home, they're the home team, and here comes the throw and the throw looks like it's a little off. Do we cut it? Would you cut it? Huh? You would?
Game's over.
Warm the bus up, because if he scores, the game's over. Why are you going to cut it? Does it really matter? Hey, you just let it go. Because if you don't get him, the bus is getting started and you're headed back to Redland. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Those are just things you got to put in your mind. If they're a home team, I'm out in the field. If they score this run, this runner from second, why am I? But honestly, I've seen guys cut balls. Have we not? I've seen guys cut a ball and then the run scores, the game's over. I've seen it. Why? Well, you weren't thinking, right? Makes sense? If we got a big lead, I may want to cut that ball, keep the runner on first, off second. If we're way behind, I may let a ball go through. Why not? I mean, we got to try to cut some runs down. We're already down by 7 or 8 runs, right? Makes sense? A ball I might think I might cut, but I'm just going to let it go through. Hey, we got to try to get him. Anyway, let's get a runner on second. We're going to do this a couple times. Then we're